half the stuff you wish you would take back. And then the next day you all are lovey-dovey and you're fine and you made up. And now your family's looking at them sideways like, You don't want to do that, okay? You want to be a woman of discretion. Hello, beautiful homemakers. Welcome or welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Angel, and I'm your digital homemaking coach here at Habits of a Homemaker, where I teach you how to cultivate godly character and habits within your home for the glory of God. I am currently running a holiday sale on my website, habitsofahomemaker.com, where you can purchase my How to Be a Successful Homemaker e-guide, where I teach you everything you need to know to thrive in your homemaking. So after this video, head on over to habitsofahomemaker.com to get your copy of my How to Be a Successful Homemaker e-guide for 35% off. All right, ladies, today I'm going to be sharing with you all 5 ways that you can be a more private homemaker / housewife. This video is perfect for all women. So ladies, stay tuned because you don't want to miss this. All right, ladies, tip number 1 is don't discuss your finances with others. This one is huge. Ladies, it is no one's business how much money your husband makes, okay? It's no one's business how much money you all have in your bank account, your savings, your checking, how much you allot in your budget for the different areas in your life. That is no one's business, honestly. And oftentimes I see women kind of giving out a lot of information that people don't need to know. And this is not to say that you can't celebrate your husband. Let's say your husband gets a promotion at work or he gets a raise on his job. Those are awesome things, and you can still celebrate your man without sharing too much information. So for instance, you say that your husband gets a promotion on his job and you are sharing it with friends, but now you're saying, you know, my husband got a promotion on his job and he's going to be doing X, Y, and Z, and now he's making $20,000 more a year than he was making last year. So do you see that extra information that was given that didn't need to be? You can celebrate your man and absolutely share and rejoice in his accomplishments without adding on the TMI. The person that you're talking to doesn't need to know how much more a year your husband is making. And oftentimes what I have found is when people let other people know all of this private information about their finances, how much money they have or how much they don't have or how much money they make, oftentimes people try to calculate your coins, okay? Let's say someone knows, okay, her husband makes $120,000 a year. So let's say that now this person comes to you and they're asking you to loan them some money. And they proceed to ask you, and let's say you say, I'm so sorry, you know, we're not going to be able to do that. And they respond in a way like, I know y'all make over 6 figures a year, so I know you can afford it. I don't know what's the problem. Ladies, stuff like this has happened to people, and sometimes it is a direct result of you allowing people to be too far in your business and allowing them to know too much information. And so now they think that they can dictate and calculate what you spend on this, what you have, what they feel that you can afford or what you can't afford. So make sure that you keep your finances and your financial life private. All right, ladies, tip number 2 is to keep your bedroom in the bedroom. That's right, honey. No one needs to know everything that happens in the bedroom, okay? No one needs to see a lingerie haul from you and what you wear in the privacy of your bedroom between you and your husband. No one needs to know what your husband likes in the bedroom or what you like in the bedroom and what things really get you there and all of that. People don't need to know that, okay? That is not something that is everybody's business. That is something that should be kept between and shared with you and your husband. There are women who chat with their girlfriends, and sometimes they can chat a little bit too much. They can start sharing all this extra stuff that the girlfriends don't need to know. Okay, like what you did last night in detail and the results of it in detail and all of that stuff. Ladies, be a woman of discretion, okay? Have some mystery, about you and to yourself, and never let someone know those personal things, okay? You want to protect your marriage. You want to keep that private, okay? Let me repeat that. You want to protect your marriage and you want to keep your intimate life private, okay? Now, this is not the same as, for instance, I shared with you all in a video, the 10 ways to make them go wild, where I was just encouraging you all and giving the wives some tips on how to keep that spark within your marriage without going into personal detail about everything in my home or within my marriage. There's a way to get messages across to people while still using discretion, still being modest, still being very cautious about what you say it, how you deliver it, what details you're giving. So there's a way to do that. But when it comes to your bedroom, keep the world out of it, ladies, okay? All right, ladies, tip number 3 is don't discuss private matters with family, friends, or strangers, okay? Those private family matters can include a lot of different things. As I mentioned in my video, Are You a Foolish Woman? I want to be a woman who is taking what her husband has said to her in private and his private prayer requests and things like that, and going to share that with your friends or going to share that with, your mom or your auntie. That's no one else's business. That is something that he is trusting you with as his wife, okay? You are supposed to be the woman that he can confidently trust in and rely on, as Proverbs 31 shows us in God's word. If you and your husband get into a disagreement, you don't need to call your family up and talk about, I'm so frustrated because this happened and I just wish that he would do this and I wish he would stop doing that and blah, blah, blah. And you end up gossiping about your husband. You end up degrading him or belittling him and saying all of these different things, half the stuff you wish you would take back. And then the next day you all are lovey-dovey and you're fine and you made up. And now your family's looking at him sideways like, You don't want to do that, okay? You want to be a woman of discretion. Now, if there are some serious issues or you have something like abuse going on in your household, that's a different story. You want to go to a trusted individual, to wise counsel, or to a professional if needed, to be able to get some sound wisdom or some help or some counseling on those issues. I am not speaking about that, but I'm just talking about everyday little stuff, right? That is not anyone else's business, okay? Even when it comes to your children, I don't share everything about my children. There are things that I will share online if I feel led to share them, but I don't want to share with the world everything about my kids. I don't want to let the world know everything that they're interested in, or if they were disobedient today, what exactly they did and how they were disciplined for it. That is not for the world to know. So make sure that you aren't sharing all of your private family matters with the public. All right, ladies, tip number 4 is don't showcase your entire home online or all of your belongings. Now, this one hits home for me because I am a content creator, and so you all do see little specks of my life here and there when I do vlogging, but I am very strategic about what I show online. Years ago, my family and I did family vlogging and we stopped doing that, okay? And even while we were doing that, we were very cautious, but there were still things that I shared that I just wish that I never shared online. And I go into more detail about certain things in a video that I posted a few years ago. I'll link it somewhere up here if you want to go check that video out on why we stopped vlogging. But you have to be very careful about what you share online. So yes, there are certain elements of homemaking and things that I will show you all online, but as I said, I am very aware about what I share. So you all will never see a full layout of my house or, me outside vlogging with my address showing or showing you my neighborhood or things like that. And you especially will not get a house tour. I remember I used to love watching those things on YouTube like years ago when people would, move into a new house and I would watch them and things. But as time went on, I was like, this is not really the best or safest thing to do. And you have to think of it this way, especially my content creators, or if you are on social media in any aspect, is that you don't have control over who views your content. Your content can be viewed by anyone. Once you put something on the internet, honey, it is made public. And now we are in an era where people are screenshotting things and people are screen recording things. And even if you delete something later, 9 times out of 10, someone has already captured that and has it saved to their phone. So you want to be very, very careful and cautious and use discretion and wisdom about what you share, even when it comes down to your children. Now, I homeschool my children, but if you are someone who sends your children to public or private school, please don't post photos of your children in their uniforms where it's showing what academy they go to. They're posting their honor roll certificate, but when you do it, you show what school they go to, you show their teacher's name, their grade level. All of these things people can take and they can use it against you. They could use it to harm your family, and you don't want that to happen. Ladies, we are the gatekeepers of our home. So it's so important that we make sure that we are guarding our homes naturally and spiritually. So one of the ways to do that is by protecting your privacy, the privacy of your home, the privacy of your husband, your marriage, your children. Don't just say everything. Don't just post everything. Be very cautious and careful and deliberate about what you share online. All right, ladies, number 5, last but not least, and that is don't let everyone know your every move. Ladies, this is so important because as I was just sharing with the previous tip, you want to be very cautious about what you share. So even when it comes to posting, let's say you're on a family vacation, you don't need to be posting your every move. Stop posting pictures and putting a location of where you're at or what city you're traveling to or where you live. People may know what state you live in. Okay, that's fine. But now you've gotten really particular. Now you let them know what exact city or your zip code, and sometimes you can get this information from people just off of their Facebook. If you go to someone's Facebook profile, you can see all of this stuff in the About Me section. What high school they went to, what college they graduated from, where they work, their birth date and their birth year, who they're married to, where they live, where they used to be employed. All of these things where people would have to hire people, a private investigator to find out information, you literally can go onto Facebook and discover all of that information just with one click. So be very careful and cautious about that. Also, when it comes to your goals, everyone doesn't need to know what your goals are or what the vision of your family is or the mission of your family or your home. Everyone doesn't need to know that. You need to be able to share the information with the people who really love you and who really care for you and your family and have your best interest at heart. Not just share that with whomever, because everyone doesn't need to know that. Everyone can't handle that. And also when it comes to your schedule and your routine, be very careful with that. You don't want to tell everyone and share, what time your husband is at work all the time and what time he's going to be off and all of these different things that can make you vulnerable. Now, of course, if you're talking to a girlfriend on the phone and you're like, yeah, girl, my husband gets off at 5, so I'm trying to hurry up and make dinner and blah, blah, blah. That's different. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just mindlessly saying things and going online or sharing things with people that you don't know. Maybe you're out at the grocery store and you're talking to a cashier, and maybe you're just having small talk, but you still could be giving up too much information. The cashier doesn't need to know that your husband works nights and what days he's off and where you live and what time he's going to be home and all of these different things that people can use to harm you. You just want to be very cautious and careful because people don't need to know certain things. Also, when it comes to your routine, not letting everyone know your every move helps to create those boundaries as a homemaker, because oftentimes I have found when people know your every move, or it's 12 o'clock, I know she's doing such and such. It's 1 o'clock, I know she's such and such. People would try to impose on you, try to predict your day or predict what you're going to do with your time. And that's a no for me. I don't want anyone outside of my home regulating what I do with my time. And homemakers, this is so important because sometimes people who do not respect your role and your position as a homemaker, you will try to regulate how they feel your day should operate, what they feel you should be doing in your day. So make sure that you guard that. You don't need to let everyone know your every move, everything you're doing, every day of the week you do it. Everyone does not need to know that. So make sure that you are being a woman of discretion and you are using wisdom when it comes to what you allow to be made known. So I hope that this video was helpful to you ladies. If it was, leave a comment down below and share what was most helpful to you. Do you implement these tips already? And if you have some more, please leave them down in the comment section below so that we can chat it up. Don't forget to head over to Habits of a Home homemaker.com so that you can get your How to Be a Successful Homemaker e-guide for 35% off. And I also let you know, ladies, I have an entire section in there where I talk about boundaries, and I share some things with you all, including a story about how some people tried to overstep those boundaries with me as a homemaker and what I did to combat that. So make sure that you ladies go and grab your e-guides. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching. Share this video with a friend, and I will see you in the next one. Love you, ladies. Mwah. Bye.